started. Managers, if you know your travel itinerary and when you're departing, please stop by here at the reception desk on your way out tonight and make sure we do get your travel plan so we can plan transportation for you to your airline. Also, again, extra coaches and officials must vacate the bowlers area at this time. Then you must be either seated in the bleachers or standing on the carpeted area. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. The final round of the team qualifying for the World Youth Bowling Championships. How about a nice round of applause for the ladies on this squad? Athlete cheerios are now coming up. Good luck in the bowling.
Welcome back to Bowl TV for the 2016 World Bowling Youth Championships. This is the final block of girls team qualifying. We already have 3 games in the books from yesterday. 3 more to go today to determine the top 4 who will advance to Monday morning's medal round. I'm Aaron Smith alongside Matt Cannizzaro of USBC Communications, and we are perched behind lanes 15 through 18 at Sun Valley Lanes in Lincoln, Nebraska. We're excited to see who's going to make it to the girls' medal round. We already know some results for the guys, so we'll get you those, as well as a look at our players here and a recap of day number 1 in team competition for the girls yesterday. So as we settle in, we have Australia, Finland, England, and Macau joining us. Here on our featured pairs to start today. So everyone settle in, and we'll get you a quick recap in just a few moments. But welcome back to Bowl TV for the 2016 World Bowling Youth Championships. As we settle in to game number 1, we'll get you a recap of what happened in our boys team final. Advancing to the medal round for the boys, we have the United States, who set the bar and set a record along the way with the biggest 6-game total in World Bowling Youth Championships history. The foursome of Michael Tang, Cameron Doyle, Anthony Simonson, and Wesley Lowe Jr. posted a 55.81 total, equivalent to a 232.54 average. Sitting in second, Sweden, 54.11, 170 pins back. Japan sits in third with 53.19, and the final team in the boys medal round, Canada, 5,089. So pretty big disparity there between the top 3 and the rest of the field. However, pinfall drops completely, and it'll switch to just Baker matches, best 2 out of 3. So definitely a change of pace. Anything can happen. Can't rely on just one player having a big game. First team out on the boys' side, Norway, 5,056, so they ended up missing by 33 pins. Singapore finished 6th, Germany 7th, Korea 8th. In the all events category, which was a combination of 18 games, 6 in singles, 6 in doubles, and 6 in team event, Sweden's Pontus Andersson finished it off in big-time fashion, starting with the front 10 in his final game to move ahead of Wesley Lowe to take the title with a 4,220 total, a 234.44 average. Going into the last game, Pontus was down by 15 pins. However, he quickly erased that with the 10-bagger to start. A 4-pin slowed him down at the very end. We get to see that here live on Bowl TV. But 289 more than enough. Wesley Lowe Jr. from the United States took the silver. He was the reigning champion in all events at the WYC with 4,139 pins, a 229.94 average. So for Wesley Lowe, he's medaled in every event so far. Gold in singles, gold in doubles with Anthony Simonson, and now a silver in all events. Jesper Svensson grabbed the final spot, 41-20, a 228.89 average. Those 3 players really separated themselves from the rest of the field. Takua Miyazawa from Japan finished 4th at 39.80. Anthony Simonson from the U.S. finished 5th, 39.73. Nico Oksanen from Finland was 6th, 39.56. Hector Simo from the Dominican Republic was 7th with 39.32. And the last player to get a bye into the Masters portion of the event, Andre Macau from Germany, 39.16. Going down a few spots to the top 24. And it ended up being Azil Al-Rumi from Kuwait. So after looking at the opening squad, said that might be the number, or might be the average required to get there. And Azil holds on. He was one of the bronze medalists in singles. He led qualifying. That big set helped him sneak in by 8 pins over Canada's Nathan Roust-LaJoie. Total to qualify, 37.64, 209.11 average. Talked enough about the fellas now. Let's recap what the ladies did yesterday on the lanes. Junior Team USA, Stephanie Schwartz, Julia Bond, Jordan Richard, and Jasmine Mason set a near record for a 3-game total, or yeah, 3-game total. There we go. 14 pins shy of the record, firing at 2,600 even. The big 921 effort to finish things off, which included the final 12 strikes. All 4 players struck out. Sitting in second coming into today is Malaysia, 24.93. Korea is third, 26.98. Or, no, where I got that from. 24.68. Switching numbers around there. Canada was in fourth, 24.44. Just 5 pins ahead of Sweden, 24.39. Mexico, 24.24. Japan, the defending champion, 24.06. Singapore, 24.03 in eighth. In the all events through 15 games for the girls, Junior Team USA's Jasmine Mason holds a 70-pin advantage with a 33.98 total over Korea's Pak Una, who's at 33.28. Filippa Persson from Sweden, currently in third, 31.92, 2 pins ahead of Malaysia's Victoria Chin, who's at 31.90. A few other players right there in the running. Julia Bond, 31.63. Anna Andersson from Sweden, 31.39. And Natasha Roseland from Malaysia, 31.08. So those first 2 spots probably pretty safe for taking home a medal. Just a matter of if it's Mason or Pak. Bronze definitely up for grabs with 3 games to go. Heading into the final block for Masters competition. It's currently taken to start with 3 to go. Charlene Lim from Singapore held the 24th spot with 29.21. That was a 194.73 average. Certainly could go either way. A bunch of folks right around the 2,900 mark. Definitely hanging around. All right, let's meet our players. Looking to clean up the single pin on lane 16 for Australia is Emily Rigney. She'll be returning to the States in the fall to compete as a member of the Vanderbilt Commodores collegiate bowling program. Her teammates include Katie Furs, Janet Hunt, and Emily Cross. Katie Furs also NCAA student athlete, bowls at Central Missouri. For Finland, starting things off in the 5th, we have Ani Huutinen. Her teammates Rika Hakola, Seni Savakirki, and Vilma Salo. Katie Tagg getting ready to step up for England here in the fifth frame. Katie is joined on the lanes today by Emily Allen, Kiara Ray, and Sophie Thompson. Our competitors from Macau, Veronica Diaz de Souza, Un Lam In, Cheng Lam So, and Son In Wong make up their team here in 2016 at the World Youth Championships. Question in the chat about whether or not we'll see Mexico on our featured pairs, and unfortunately Mexico will be just to the left and just to the right of us in games 2 and 3 respectively. So they'll be on 13 and 14, and then 19 and 20. We are covering lanes 15 through 18. However, you can at least kind of watch with the players up there. Get to see them definitely on 14 and 19. And you can see balls tracking on 13 and 20. But you can use the live scoring feature. Hopefully it's working a little bit better for everyone here in the next block. And we had some issues reported. But you can find the live scoring link at 2016 wyc.worldbowling.org. We have a link in the description below the video. One of the first things you'll see is a big button for online scoring. That's the place to be. Kiara Ray and Emily Allen of England took home a bronze medal in doubles. Making shots just like that. Ended up losing in the semifinal round to eventual champion Korea. Korean doubles pairing of Lee Young-sung and Pak Yuna put together a few record performances on their way to the title. They ended up defeating the team from the United States of Jasmine Mason and Julia Bond in the final match. Shoot a big 5-14 to make it easy. This will be our final late squad as well, broadcasting from Sun Valley Lanes. As tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, we will start with the team medal round for both the boys and the girls. So we'll know our medalists, who's taking home bronze, silver, and gold first thing once we get here and turn the cameras on. Take a quick break after that and follow it up with the first two steps of Masters competition for both the boys and the girls. Masters competition will feature a single elimination format. The top 8 seeds overall receive a bye in the first round. Matches are best 2 out of 3 to determine who advances and who will call their 2016 event done. Perfect 6th frame for Finland. They're going to look to continue it here on lane 16. See if Ani can keep it going. She's thinking 4 in a row for herself as well. Makes a great shot. Taking a quick look across live scoring, and just across the, from what we can see here, perched above lanes 15 through 18 at Sun Valley Lanes. Nobody going too crazy out there first game, so a few nice individual efforts taking place, but nothing quite like what we saw with some of the performances on the boys' side earlier today. Had some big numbers, teams averaging 240 plus. However, Finland putting together a pretty solid overall effort. Rika takes the break, 3 in a row. Vilma off to a strong start. Still has 2 60s out there. Looking ahead, we'll actually have our top 4 teams entering today's round on our 4 featured pairs. So game 3 will be the place to be at. We'll have USA, Malaysia, Korea, and Canada all lined up here. Whether or not they're still sitting in that order once we get to game 3 and game 6 overall of qualifying, we don't know. That's the exciting part. Getting to see whether or not anyone can make a run. For Finland, they're more than 200 pins out of the number to start today, but once again, 3 games, a lot can happen. A lot of strikes can happen. And of course, the pressure of starting the day in the number, trying to hold on, perhaps get a little nervous, start squeezing a little bit. You never know. Nice cover by Emily. Taking care of the washout in frame number 8 after a few opens in a row. Shannon Hunt putting together a pretty nice opening game here. Can still get to 245 for Australia. Junior Team USA's Jasmine Mason looks like she has no intentions of giving up that top spot in the all events standings. Similar to her start yesterday, early open, but then rattled off a string of strikes through a 6-bagger before a 9-count stopped her in the 8th frame. She had about a 70-pin margin ahead of Park Una of Korea. So for Mason, she can still end up in the 250s here. For Pak, nothing too crazy score-wise. Early double. Oh, looking at the wrong side of the scoreboard there. Just one open so far, no doubles for Pak, so probably be a bigger distance between them with 2 to go for all events glory. Macau's Cheng Lam So got off to a strong start here in game 1. Open in frame 8, however. Now missed the head pin here in the 9th. Still gets to 216 with the conversion. Ani finishes up with 209 for Finland. Their anchor still has 269 out there. Big first game, definitely a step in the right direction. And of course, as we get down to that final game here tonight at Sun Valley Lanes, we will get out the calculators and start our attempts at math to figure out who's doing what, who's going home, and who's going to be in our medal round. We got a few teams competing for that final spot. On the boys' side, Canada ended up holding on to the 4th spot. Same thing with all events. It was close until Pontus Anderson decided he was going to strike on his first 10 offerings before a 4-pin slowed him down on his way to a 289. And the all events victory on the boys' side. Hit and miss type game for Australia. Janet Hunt finishes with 222, but a pair of 140s in there. Quickly erase that. Nice shot there from Rika. Can get to 187. Emily Rigney still has 224 out there. Conversion, Australia will finish with 727. They'll be at 30-81 after a total of 4 games. It's equivalent to minus 119, so had a few teams plus heading into today. United States leading at plus 200, so Australia in search of a really big finish. Otherwise, their team event will be coming to a close. Marcelo in the 250s now, thinking 269 with 2 more. 210 for Katie Tagg from England. Un Lam Ian gets to the 1-2, but 6-pin doesn't get tripped out. Vilma gets the 7-pin to crumble there. Now in the 260s. .264 gives Finland 860 in the opener. Gets them up to a 4-game total of 3,064. They're at minus 136. Sophie Thompson from England finishes with 201. Cheng Lam So finishes with 203 for Macau. Son Ian Wong will finish things up. Kiara can get to 214 with the conversion for England. 7:45 finish for England. Also in the minus. 168 under. After this final shot from Sani and Wong, Game 1 will be in the books. Game 2 will be coming up next here on Bowl TV from the 2016 World Bowling Youth Championships. This is the final block of girls team qualifying. Total of 3 games today. 6-game total will determine the 4 making it to tomorrow morning's medal round. Medal round taking place at 10 a.m. Eastern right here on Bowl TV. Be sure to tune in as we crown champions on both the boys and girls side, hand out a few medals. It'll be a good time for all. But for right now, we're waiting for Game 2. So hang tight. We'll be up in a moment here on Bowl TV. Thanks again for stopping by and keeping us company. We appreciate it, as do these athletes. Thank you again. We'll be right back.
is 10. We'll do it 9.
All right, game 2 of girls qualifying second block getting underway here. Our teams this game: Singapore, Germany, Colombia, and Chinese Taipei. We'll have the details for you in just a minute. Again, thanks for being here with us at the 2016 World Bowling Youth Championships at Sun Valley Lanes in Lincoln, Nebraska. This is Matt Canizaro. Aaron Smith here as well, working on a recap of today's action for you. That'll be on bowl.com later tonight. If you want to follow along with the live scoring or the standings from earlier today, the boys already done bowling. You can find all that on the World Youth website, and the link to that is in the information box below your video window. If you have any questions, feel free to drop those in the chat room. We'll do our best to keep you informed as things unfold here, and we get ready to see who our 4 semifinalists are going to be on the girls' side. Thanks for tuning in.
All right, folks, scores updated through our first game today, 4 total. The United States holds on to a 110-pin advantage for the top spot after firing 808 in the opener. They are sitting at 3408. It's a 213 team average. Jasmine Mason added a few more pins onto her all events advantage as well, firing 226. To kick things off, and sitting in second, Malaysia, 3298. So they essentially matched what the U.S. did in the first game, lost 3 pins, so did not gain very much. Korea, 794 to get to 3262. Canada, 792. They're at 3236. They're the last team in, but only 4 pins ahead of Singapore, who we have on our featured pair. Fired 829 to make up some ground. They're at 32-32. Once again, 4 pins out of the cut number at the moment. Not too far behind them, our defending champions in Japan, 32-25. Mexico, 3202. Sweden, 3183. And then a big drop off, Colombia in 9th, 3100. So from 8th place up to 4th place, only 53 pins separate Canada, Singapore, Japan, Mexico, and Sweden. So it certainly looks like we might have some excitement at the end. Korea holds an additional 26-pin lead over Canada. So U.S. in good shape. With 2 to go, have some buffer room, if you will. But a lot of teams definitely in the mix here. So the math will be on our side come game 3. Here's Charlene Lim looking for 4 in a row, connects. Charlene also was the number 4 all events, or for Masters competition, excuse me, coming into today's action. Shots like that certainly will help her case to make it into the top 24. Get some extended play no matter what that way. Question in the chat: where do you see the standings? You can visit the link in the description below the video. Or if you just want to type it in, it's 2016wyc.worldbowling.org. That's the official site of the Youth Championships. You can also find the schedule, a live scoring, participant list, registered bowling balls, and more. Pretty interactive site. Usually updates are pretty quick after games conclude. Well, one more question in the chat for Diane. If you actually go ahead and click on the results page and you select team of 4, if you go to block 2, results by score, then yes, it will show just for today's block. However, if you want to see anything towards the top, you have a section called results for team of 4. Right next to it is by average and summary. If you go ahead and click on results for team of 4 right there, that will be complete standings with the first round added in. Columbia's Laura Plaza starts off with 3 in a row. Talked about Laura a little bit earlier in the week, a collegiate standout at Wichita State here in the U.S. Not too far away from Lincoln, Nebraska as well, just a little bit further south of where we're at. Laura's also a past medalist here at the World Bowling Youth Championships. Took home a bronze medal in doubles. Back in 2014 in Hong Kong, teaming with Tatiana Munoz. Looking to lead a late rally here for Columbia. They definitely had some distance to make up to get around the top 4 heading into the final 2 games, but 3 big strikes like that might be what it takes to get them going. As we hit the halfway point, let's get a quick rundown of our players competing on our featured pairs. For Singapore, we mentioned that Charlene Lim, she's stepping up, looking for a 5-bagger. She's joined by Tracy C., Amabel Chua, and Joy Yep. Our team from Germany, Saskia Malls, is going to step up on lane 16 in a moment. Her teammates this week, Bettina Berghard, Gina Maria Merkel, and Alea Degenhardt. Over on 17-18, we talked about Laura Plazas a little bit for Columbia. That's Laura Garzone in the 4th frame. Unfortunately, she left a handful up there. 4, 6, 7, 9. She's teamed up with Veronica Cepeda and Isabella Correa. And our team from Taipei. This is Swan Yu Chen. Her teammates Zhu Ting Lin, Yu Hui Wang, and Sao Fen Peng. Making up their lineup here in 2016. ever popular 2, 8, 9, 10 on lane 13. Rack dropped a few pins, so we'll get that reset. One pair to our left. Plaza's unable to get the 4-pin to fall in the fourth. As a reminder, in our final game, we will have our top 4 teams making their way to lanes 15 through 18 based off of qualifying from yesterday's opening squad. So we'll have the United States and Malaysia on 15 and 16, Korea and Canada on 17 and 18. So it won't necessarily mean they're the top 4 in the standings heading into that final game. but at the moment it is. But we'll certainly be keeping track and letting you know who's making their run. As we get into the third and final game today, 6th overall, as well as a look at all events and masters. On the individual aspect for 18 game totals. See if Joy Yep from Singapore can get it going here in frame number 7. 2 opens for her. Looking to join in the fun of striking with her teammates. That shot wide of target though. She leaves the 2-10. So definitely one of the tougher aspects of team competition is getting everyone on the same page. Sometimes even if you are all on the same page, hits just don't go your way. Small changes turn into trouble. Takes care of the cover though. Maybe that's the momentum Joy needed. Covering the 2-10 in the 7th. Nicely done, Joy. That was the Colombian boys national team serenading everybody with some songs here, cheering on their ladies team.
If we're gonna get the crowd going, this is the perfect time to do it, as the girls from Colombia down in 9th place still can make a move here, but definitely need some of that momentum, and maybe this will do it. Still plenty of time left, a game and a half.
Charlene Lim's string of strikes ends at 6. Unable to connect in frame number 7. Covered up the spare though, 278 still out there with a few strikes.
And that definitely will help. Double at the top of the lineup. Potential for 2 more doubles coming up. And more singing, for sure. That'll get the arm swings a little bit loose. And nice to have the support of everybody behind you as you make that late push.
Taking a look at live scoring. Korea's putting up a pretty solid effort here in game number 2 today. Led by Park Una. 6 out of 7 strikes. Again, she's in the running as well for all events. Already has 1 gold medal to her credit this week with Lee Young Sung. Recording the doubles victory over Junior Team USA's Jasmine Mason and Julia Bond. Malaysia also putting together a pretty solid effort here in game 2. They started off with an open, but none since, and they got a few players working on strings of strikes over on lanes 7 and 8. You know, Matt, looking at the lineup we got here, Colombia and Singapore right next to each other, they've really created some amazing programs that have brought us some of the top players on the PWBA circuit as of late. Of course, for Colombia, the national team made up of the likes of Clara Guerrero, Rocio Restrepo, Maria Jose Rodriguez, just to name a few. And for Singapore, we got to see them a little bit earlier this year at the USBC Queens, but Sherry Tan, Jazriel Tan, just to name a few. Bernice Lim winning the USBC Queens. And it's definitely exciting to possibly know in 3, 4, or 5 years, whatever it may be, that we'll probably get to see all these young ladies out there competing on that big stage.
Well, we talk about stepping stones. That's kind of a cliche word, but it's certainly true. And for the Colombian players, taking advantage of the opportunities to go to college in the United States, with Wichita State as a pretty popular destination, along with Lindenwood, I believe, and just you know, trying to get the education, and then many of them staying in the United States and being able to compete full-time in events like the PWBA Tour, and then for the Asian countries, Singapore and Malaysia, coming over for 4 or 5 events at a time. Of course, this is what they do. So the bowlers from Singapore kind of bred for this type of competition. They devote their careers to it, and they work through the program, and they're selected into it, and they train regularly. That's what they do for their jobs, basically. And of course, performance will determine if they stay in the program. But Jazriel Tan being the only one from Singapore to come over and go to school in the United States. The rest have made the trips over to compete and then head home to focus on the Asian Games and the Southeast Asian Games and everything else going on over there, which is a pretty competitive area of the world, and a lot of significance on success at those events. So a lot of focus there, but definitely being able to come over and prove that they are contenders at the professional events and the top events. Very cool to see them and see the international flavor and success at those events. So I think at the USBC Queens, 29 out of 64 players were international. So that just goes to show, again, the global scale and the fact that they're able to come over and compete in the United States regularly. It means that somebody's doing something right, and it's pretty neat to see.
And I believe out of those, that group you listed, every player from Singapore who entered the event ended up making it to match play. And as we mentioned, Bernice Lim ended up being the eventual winner. But another cool aspect of that television show, 5 different countries represented in the stepladders, including Germany. So Birgit Popler put on a fantastic performance. You know, she was, by the end of the week, she ran into some injury issues, but still fought her way through, put on a dominating performance, but just so very cool to see just the growth of the sport. And I'm excited to see where it can go from here. I'm sure for some of these young ladies, those are the players they look up to. Sherry Tan, who's not even 30 yet, has probably been on these young ladies' radars from Singapore for a long time as an inspiration and someone they want to be like when they get a little bit older and continue to compete. Same thing for these young ladies from Colombia, a Rocio or a Maria Jose Rodriguez, Angie Ramirez Perea.
It's a pretty significant list, and more than 20 countries pretty regularly represented. So I mean, you could go on, and most of them have found pretty good success out there, cashing regularly, and again chasing the education as well. It's a pretty big deal, and then getting that career situated first, and now being able to take advantage of bowling professionally with the PWBA. I think is something that now even these young ladies can dream about, something that they didn't have 2 or 3 years ago before the return of the PWBA, and now things definitely have changed as far as future opportunities. And again, we talked a few times this week about the coaches who are here this week from different collegiate programs, checking out the young talent and really giving them opportunities that they may not have had otherwise or without being here at the World Youth Championships.
Yeah, it's definitely been a great opportunity. A lot of NCAA coaches in attendance. And we've seen that grow in the international aspect as well. Locally, Bill Straub and Paul Klempa from the University of Nebraska, not only watching some of their players compete here this week, but I'm sure keeping an eye out for some potential prospects coming up and down the road. Brian O'Keefe from McKendree.
So if I feel like it was maybe a little more appropriate, we probably could have had 1 or 2 of those guys on to talk about what's happening here, and some watching players who already attend their schools, some looking for future talent, but certainly an important line to recognize here at this essentially youth event. So definitely some NCAA rules and different things that make it more appropriate for us to talk about it, but not necessarily talk with them about it.
Yeah, that's a big thing on the NCAA side. There are certain restrictions for the coaches as far as time frame when they can actually talk to athletes. There's a certain season, if you will, for being able to communicate with players. So, but just having the ability to, once again, you get the opportunity to watch on live stream, and certainly the video aspect of bowling has continued to grow, whether it's folks creating recruiting videos or just catching action here and there. But yeah, seeing someone in person definitely can definitely help in the process. And of course, as you mentioned, a very solid collegiate representation here in the field as well. So in those instances, the coaches can actually reach out, talk to their players. No issues for that. Foundation frame just about over on 15 and 16. Singapore is going to have a chance to get a little bit closer to the competition at the top of the standings. They're putting together a pretty good game. Charlene Lim still thinking 270s. After starting with 6 consecutive strikes.
Well, Charlene Lim right now, number 24 in the all event standings. So needing every bit of this potential 270 game to make a move here and solidify her spot in the top 24 for Masters competition.
Isabella Correa putting on a nice game here, 5 strikes in a row.
Aaron, it looks like going into the last game, we could have a potential bit of excitement in the all events race between Jasmine Mason and Pak Yuna for Korea. So, of course, we saw on the boys' side, Pontus Anderson trailing Wesley Lowe by 15 pins going into the final game. Tossed the front 10 like it was no big deal and came away with a huge victory for the all events gold medal on the boys' side. So perhaps some more excitement for the girls, along with seeing who our top 4 are going to be for the team semifinals.
You mentioned Pontus and got a quick opportunity to chat with him afterwards. And a very humble young man, and knows there's big things awaiting he and his teammates in tomorrow's medal round. But one of the cool things about this event, obviously, getting to become familiar with new names, and after getting having the ability to watch Pontus Bowl all week, excited to see more from that young man. Throws the ball fantastic, as do many competitors here. But the shot making definitely at a premium. We're going to be hearing a lot from him throughout the course of the next few years. If I was a betting man, of course, I would run to the window. But it's certainly a very impressive game. A lot of players with great games here. Pontus already had the experience of winning a medal here in this type of competition back in 2014, playing in gold in doubles. Malaysia over on lane 7 and 8. They're gonna put up a pretty sizable number here. Have a 208 in the books already. They can finish with 217, 256. And 259. To get to 940 still.
Here in the all events race just got a little bit less interesting as Pak split and opened twice in the last 3 frames, going from a potential 279 down to 213. And Jasmine Mason, one pair over. Can still get to 2-0.
Sweden also looking to make their move, putting together a real nice game. They were outside the number heading into today. Anna Andersson started off with 259. They added 180, 226, and Philippa Persson can finish things up with 250 with 3 strikes on the 10th. To get them well north of 900. Isabella Correa keeps her string of strikes going. We'll see if Charlene Lim do the same. First shot at 10th. Late kick of the 10. Look at that excitement. Here's Lim, already in the 260s, make it 270s. What a game here for that young lady.
It's a huge surge individually and for Singapore. And Jim Callahan, coach, pointing out the solid 8-pins here that could have been even bigger for the Singapore team. Coming to this game in 5th place. 4 pins out of the number.
Finishes it up with one more strike, 278. Impressive performance, Charlene Lim. Tracy C. looking to match the effort in the 10th frame. Delivers the first strike at 7:31 for Germany. They're at 36:01. Cepeda delivers the double for Colombia. Tracy C doubles. Singapore can get to 858 for the game. One more strike gets them to plus 90 overall for the 2016 team event. Finishing game 2 on 17 and 18. Wasting no time getting into game 3 on 15 and 16. Our top 2 seeds heading into today. It appears a little bit closer in the standings as well. Malaysia bowling very well today. Has gained quite a bit on the United States. Less than 40 pins the difference now. .671 finish for Taipei. Plazas caps off a 233 effort, 812 for Colombia. They're at 39-12, so minus 88 heading into the last game. Once again, our top 2 seeds from yesterday's opening round of qualifying, the United States and Malaysia. Up on 15 and 16, we'll have Korea and Canada, the 3 and 4 ranked teams after the opening day on 17 and 18. For the United States, Stephanie Schwartz, Julia Bond, Jordan Richard, and Jasmine Mason make up the team. For Malaysia, we have Sezwani Sahar, Natasha Roslin, Victoria Chin, and Noralena Norkamal. Korea and Canada underway on 17 and 18. For Canada, Miranda Panis, Michaela Mitchell, Brittany Turcott, and Maude Demers make up their team. For Korea, we already mentioned we have our doubles gold medalists, Lee Young-sung and Park Euna. They're joined by Kim Jinju and Hong Suna. Or Soonhwa, excuse me. It appears Canada has dropped out in the top 4, however, just looking at scores. Looks like Sweden made a big jump. They were having a nice game number 2. They're at 4,095, so they're plus 95. Mexico minus 9, one pair to our right. Holy cow, Matt Cannizzaro. It's a Tennille Milligan sighting in the chat room.
Isn't she supposed to be here cheering for the United States?
She is taking care of that electronically now in Chicagoland area, getting ready for the U.S. Women's Open.
That definitely makes sense. I feel like I just saw her today. But we do appreciate Tennille and everybody else joining us here as we get the final countdown. Can Team USA hold off Malaysia here in the final game? Can Jasmine Mason go on to claim the all events gold medal at the same time?
Malaysia put up a big 9:39 to make up some distance here on the United States in game 2. Led by a pair of 250s from Victoria Chin and Natasha Roseland. Standings now are updated online.
37 pin difference now between the United States and Malaysia, but USA piling on the strikes here in the finale, not wanting to give up that top spot, looking to return to the gold medal stand for the first time since 2012. Came up a little bit short last year, earned a bronze medal. Japan winning it all.
Sweden with a big 912 actually moved all the way into 3rd place at plus 95, 7 pins ahead of Korea, who holds on to the final spot at the moment at plus 88, just 2 pins ahead of Singapore, who we just saw put together a nice effort led by Charlene Lim's 278 game. They're at plus 86 overall, and there's a bit of a gap. Mexico -9, Canada -76. So at that point, pretty much just a 3-team race for that final spot. Sweden, Korea, and Singapore separated by a total of 9 pins.
All right, so some final game drama, and to keep with the theme over the last couple of days, Aaron Smith, United States flirting with record territory again. We saw it happen on the boys' side twice today. Team USA boys take home the 3- and 6-game team records. Sweden ties the 3-game record in the final game, so simultaneously. And now the Junior Team USA girls need just 795 to tie the 6-game mark by Germany back in 2008. So a lot happening here, and we're glad to have it for you live here on Bull TV. Awesome break there for Stephanie Schwartz as she trips the 4 and the 9 for the 3-bagger. Mr. Fitzpatrick in the chat room. The world famous Malaysian coach that we know of is Holloway Chi, I believe is the name you're looking for. Or Purvis Granger, as Tennille Milligan has offered up in the chat room.
Can you believe Tennille left and never said bye to us?
Well, I think she knew I was going to come looking for her. I needed to ask her some questions. But now we'll have to wait until we join her in the Chicago area for the U.S. Women's Open, where potentially we can see some of the players from this week's World Youth Championships. We certainly will see many players from past World Youth Championships. We mentioned all those players earlier, but now it's about discovering the next big bowling star. All right, so team 4-bagger for the United States. And Malaysia not getting any momentum here in the final game. And ring 10 for Jordan Richard. Denies her the 3-bagger.
In the all-event standings, Jasmine Mason holds a 76-pin advantage over the field. Takuna from Korea sits in second. Victoria Chin is in third. She holds a 34-pin advantage over Filippa Persson from Sweden.
Pakuna on our featured pair as well. The pair opens to start here for Korea. So Mason with the front three in control of her own all events destiny here. Victoria Chin also on this pair. Just one strike in 4 frames for Victoria. So based on what we're seeing right now, Mr. Smith, I like Jasmine's chances of adding a second gold medal to her collection this week, with the possibility of 2 more with team and masters coming up. But I think team being the most coveted here at the World Youth Championships. And we've heard players say before they would trade all of their individual success to have that team gold medal. And with shots like that, the United States will have a chance at that gold.
Those first 2 spots, pretty safe to say USA and Malaysia have a big enough cushion to lock themselves in to the medal round, but 3 teams going for 2 spots. Sweden, Korea, and Singapore. Once again, just 9 pins separate them coming into this game.
And we've got it all right next to us. Makes it much easier, and for the fans at home too. Bottom 2 bowlers for Korea, 3 strikes apiece. Here's Yuna trying to double up after the opens, and she goes high. So after a long few days of competition, strikes piling up as these teams are looking more and more comfortable on this 45-foot WTBA Rome oil pattern. Team 4-bagger for Canada.
Hong Soon-hwa, 4 in a row to start for Korea. Sweden wants to match their boys team effort. Off to a fantastic start. 4 spares in the first, all strikes in the second, and 3 out of 4 strikes in the third frame. Some struggles for Singapore out of the gates. 3 early opens through 4. And not a double up on the board yet for them. Japan is putting up a nice performance in the early going of the final game. Japan was in 9th, however, at -93. So they would need a lot of help from the folks ahead of them.
So again, Mr. Smith, the top 4 teams here will advance to the semifinals, and then the game changer is the new format. In the past, it was a complete team game, total pinfall determining who would advance or win, and now it's going to be a best of 3 Baker match. So all pinfall goes away, and essentially comes down to 4 players having to get lined up together and equally contribute. And the first 2 players in the lineup will bowl the 9th and 10th frames. So a lot of strategy involved in picking the right combination between the shot makers and the energy of the team. And the coaches will have a lot to think about here at the conclusion of today's team competition. Far to our right, Japan fired up. Trying to make some things happen here in game number 6. The defending champs. If nothing else, they're a pleasure to watch. Some ridiculous enthusiasm. We'll see them in Masters competition. That'll be the top 24 in the all-event standings.
Another solid frame for Sweden. Three out of 4 strikes once again. 2 of their players, Wegner and Pearson, with 3 in a row. Hong Soon-hwa of Korea. Gonna be stepping up in a moment. Leading her team here, hopefully. They hope it ends up in a semifinal match. United States and Malaysia already pretty comfortably there. Just need to finish up the rest of this game without too many mistakes. They're going to be all right. Jasmine Mason, 6 in a row. Definitely some of the biggest supporters here are the fellow competitors. Whether it was the girls bowling or the guys bowling. The Korean team on the boys' side definitely doing their work and cheering on their ladies. Trying to push them one more game to get another medal here at the 2016 event. Pak and Lee are a doubles champions, claiming the gold. Question in the chat from Lee. What's next on our agenda, Mr. Canizaro? I know yours is much busier than I. I'm gonna take it easy for a few weeks after this and put my feet up. And
yeah, we'll be heading to the airport August 3rd, whatever day that is, a couple days from now. Aaron will head back to DFW, take a minute, take a deep breath, and start doing some work back at USBC headquarters. And then I will head to Chicago to join Tania Milligan and the PWBA staff at the US Women's Open. Then on August 7th, we'll actually have 4 TV shows for the PWBA. 3 will be tape delayed, and the live finals of the US Women's Open. Then we'll get ready for all of those TV shows to air throughout the month of August. And then back to headquarters for a deep breath or two until it's time for PABCON in September, the Pan American Bowling Confederation Adult Championships down in Cali, Colombia. So it's right around the corner, but definitely some time to kick back for a minute at the conclusion of the US Women's Open next week.
3 for 3 for Malaysia in the 7th frame. Feel they're going to need a big finish here. Perhaps some help from the United States if they want to take over the top seed. Julia Bond that mixes them up. Of course, we've talked about it all week. Bond and Mason, very familiar with this Lincoln, Nebraska community as members of the University of Nebraska bowling team. They've already brought a NCAA national championship back to Lincoln in 2015. Now here in 2016, looking to win a team title. They'll have that opportunity tomorrow morning. Mason on her way to a second gold medal. Won singles, silver and doubles with Bond. Put in an exclamation mark on the all events title. Starting off with 6 in a row.
Exciting down to the end, Mr. Smith.
Mason makes it 7 for 7. After home away from home here in Lincoln, originally from Cranston, Rhode Island. Of course, the Nebraska program, one of legend. I've seen so many of the top female players and now superstars on the PWBA tour make their stop right here in the middle of America. Now that program's going to have a few other things to boast about after this week is said and done. Japan's still getting fired up over there. Take a look at live scoring. Mira Ishimoto stepping up, looking for 7 in a row. They've nearly caught up to Singapore in the overall running total here. You weren't lying, Matt. The Japan celebrations may be the winner of the day. Those young ladies having a lot of fun over there. But then again, striking is fun. I wouldn't know anything about that, but I'd like to learn.
Only if he promised to come up with a strike dance. They're having a terrific time. Even if it ends up not being enough for the team event and another shot at a gold medal, but they're ready for tomorrow in Masters. And the energy they have right now after the last 4 or 5 days of competition is phenomenal.
We have to find out the secret. So they have run down Singapore. Don't know, you never know if they can make up enough ground here. Sweden and Korea both bowling well. I think they have a big enough cushion over how much Japan would have to make up, but you never know. Trouble for Natasha Roseland, frame number 8, Greek Church. Shot from Jordan Richard, collegiate standout at Arkansas State. Her sister Haley Richard just finished up at the Tournament of Americas. Also a member of Junior Team USA, collected some gold medals over there. Fitting that our two bowlers with string to strikes are gonna be waiting on each other here, right next to each other, 16 and 17. Hong is going to go first. Playing a more direct line than what we've seen. That's going to have to push. Does.
Hong trying to make a push into the top 24 here in the final game. Jasmine Mason cruising to the all events gold medal, solidifying it now at the front 7, trying to stay perfect here on lane 16 and go out in exciting fashion. Mason makes it 8. Hong 7 in a row. And the Japanese players looks like with the front 7 as well.
That is Ishimoto from Japan.
Ishimoto, the defending Masters champion here at the World Youth Championships.
I don't know which semifinal is going to be more exciting tomorrow, Mr. Cannizzaro. I feel like I'm yelling, by the way. It's so loud in here now.
It is, yeah,
but,
it is amazingly voluminous.
So if it sounds like that, I apologize back home. But yes, between the firepower we saw on the boys' side, and the excitement and shot making we're seeing on the girls' side, it is going to be must-watch live streaming action here on Bowl TV. So 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 local time here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Please set your clocks wherever you may be.
By the way, Aaron, Ishimoto, the best celebrator on the Japanese team. So hoping for one more strike here. And their strike dance is better than a liter of Mountain Dew any day.
She tripped a 4. Holy cow.
I think she got airborne. Airborne on that one. An airborne high 10 for her teammates. This is fantastic. I don't know where to look.
There's so much happening. Sweden still maintaining. They've had 3 opens so far through 7 frames. It's still bowling well overall. Korea has been steady, being led by Hong here.
Holy moly. You would never guess this was game 18 of the week right now.
We're kidding, really don't know where to look.
So many things happening, records on the line, strings of strikes. Jasmine Mason getting a quick drink of water before stepping up to try to make it 9 in a row. Hong trying to catapult her way into the top 24 and keep Korea in the top 4 for the semifinals.
While all of this is happening, can't stop watching Japan.
All right, let's focus here on lane 15. Jasmine Mason, local standout. All events gold medalist, trying to ice the cake here for the front 9, and the 10 won't go. USA well on the way to being the top seed for the semifinals. Jasmine gonna be well decorated by the end of the week. Leave the fireworks up to Ishimoto and Hong right now. Aaron, even the bus drivers are inside the building right now watching this excitement. They are nearby.
Well, they could hear all the noise. They didn't know what was happening. I would come in too.
So if Jasmine Mason is looking for someone to blame, she threw a great shot. Lucas Wiseman in the chat room. Full responsibility.
All right, here's Hong, 8th frame. Mixes them.
All right, United States and Malaysia in the 10th frame. Final tallies coming right up for them. Ishimoto for Japan. about to step up. I hope this phone video camera will zoom in far enough, and I hope she strikes at least one more time. I'm gonna stand up for this. I'm gonna risk taking down this entire platform. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding.
You got awfully close to me there, Matt. So Ishimoto up on the approach.
3 knee bounces for the Japanese players. Would love to find out what that's all about.
Gets it. That was one of her more tame responses, I feel.
I feel like there should be more, like an encore to the high fives.
She's up to 9 in a row. So one of us may get to watch that up close now.
I would like to be down there to see the next one, so I'm gonna get ready to head that way. Of course, also calculate some scores here on our feature pair as we flirt with more tournament records going down.
Sahar finishes with 2 of 47. Park Yuna, 4 in a row. I didn't know it would be this exciting until the team event, and now, I know.
That's what it's all about. The rest is just warm up. And for those curious at home, the 6-game girls team record on the edge of your seat, Mr. Smith, I know, is 50-69. 2008 by Germany. Team USA has surpassed that already.
Well, it's similar to the boys earlier today. Pretty much had it wrapped up in the 9th frame, where everything else was just gravy after that.
Well, and as they talk to us afterwards, records are terrific, but if they don't finish it off and take home the gold, doesn't mean quite as much. And all of those record numbers will disappear for the Baker format in the semifinals tomorrow.
Just don't know if Japan will have enough firepower to get to the top 4. Sweden holding on to that 4th and final spot at the moment. We'll have a big enough cushion heading into the 10th. Making some great shots there. Kesa Wegner. Mexico, their 3rd and 4th bowlers striking a lot as well here down the stretch, as Hong's string of strikes also ends at 8.
Nice 10th frame for Malaysia on lane 15. Both players doubling in the 10th so far. It's a shame we have to wait till tomorrow for the semifinals. I feel like these players are absolutely fired up on adrenaline and ready to go right now.
It should make for some fun and interesting dinners afterwards, however.
No, if I'm in the semifinals tomorrow, even I don't know if I could eat dinner. Japan doubling up in the 10th frame. Jordan Richard delivers in the 10th.
Matt Cannizzaro has left the booth. 2:37 finish for see Jasmine Mason's a final frame in just a second as she puts the cap on a gold medal performance in all events over the course of 18 games. No one did it better on the girls' side. As Jasmine will record her second gold medal of the week. First strike in the 10th. Jasmine Mason now in the 260s. Singapore finishes, or excuse me, Malaysia finishes up with 852. Finished with a 5,089. All right, Ishimoto up in the 10th frame. Matt Cannizzaro has got his spot. And she misses right at target, leaves a washout. So here's no perfect game here in the finale, but plenty of excitement. Mason picks up the spare, 269. Final total for the United States, 51-88. My math is right. Mason finishes up with 4,100 even for all events for her 18-game total. A 227.77 average for her event. Akuna finishes with 204. She's going to be at 39.59. Filippa Pearson from Sweden can get to 223. I don't know if that would be enough to catapult her around Victoria Chin. I think Pearson needs to strike out to get bronze by a single pin. All the math and craziness is correct. 223 would give her a 38.73 for Victoria Chin. $38.72 unofficially in the books. Either Japan or Singapore are going to be able to catch Sweden. I don't believe Sweden can catch up to Korea for the number 3 seed. So it looks like we are set up for a United States, Sweden, and Malaysia, Korea semifinal match tomorrow morning on Bowl TV at 10 a.m. Eastern. Korea finishes up 8:47, 49-35. Struggle down the stretch for Canada. Finish at 47.03. We'll wait for a final score from Sweden as they wrap up here. Pearson gets the first strike. It's been a generous day here on Bowl TV. Why don't we show her last 2 shots as we wrap up qualifying for the team event here. They are paired with Mexico. See Pearson. There for second. Now she's back. That's Mexico's Paolo Limon finishing with a nice 247. So once again, unofficially, United States, Malaysia, Korea, and Sweden. Once again, unofficial as well on the all events totals, but we have one more strike to give her the bronze by a single pin. Victoria Chin finished with 188. Get her to 38-72. .73 unofficially with a strike. 9 would be a tie for the bronze. So it appears there's a tie for the bronze. Once again, big unofficial on that in all events. But 49-24 for Sweden will be enough. There's some hugs going in front of us for Malaysia. Victoria Chin just realized she gets to share a medal. My goodness. Raquel Orozco finishes up 237 for Mexico. They had a nice 872, 48-63. Matt Cannizzaro, what just happened?
So much just happened, and it was fantastic. Definitely so far the highlight of the week. Unbelievable energy in this building, the volume, the excitement. Victoria Chin going crazy right now, can't believe it. Nice performance all week long from start to finish for Philippa Persson from Sweden. Very deserving of that opportunity. And it's only going to get better tomorrow as we get down to the semifinals and then the Masters competition. We'll have the final numbers here in just a minute. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep tonight with the adrenaline, and all we're doing is talking about it.
I know, right? Well, with that, we have one or two pairs still finishing up in the 10th, but for our coverage here in girls team qualifying is going to come to an end. Big thanks to everyone for joining us throughout the day here at the 2016 World Bowling Youth Championships. So much craziness, so much excitement. You can read more about it on bowl.com later tonight. And we will see you tomorrow, bright and early, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. local time here at Sun Valley Lanes in Lincoln, Nebraska, for the medal round in team for the boys and the girls. We'll know our gold medalists in just an hour or two once we get going tomorrow. So on behalf of Matt Cannizzaro, I am Aaron Smith. We will see you kids later. Thanks again for stopping by.